Well, thank you hardly seems like enough for the men and women past and present who really served in the military.
As a community, we have a chance not just to say thank you, but to show our appreciation at the annual Veterans Day Parade in Bellevue this Saturday.
That's right. Welcome back from the Bellevue Area Chamber of Commerce, Jim Ristow. Good to see you, Jim.
Glad to be here.
Thanks for stopping by.
Welcome back.
How long have you guys been doing this thing?
This is our 18th year.
Yeah, the veterans.
18 years.
Now, do you know the history? How did it all get started?
You know, Dan Koenig, who just came back to the Council Bluffs Chamber, was the one that thought it would be a great thing to start in Bellevue. So it was 18 years ago, kicked off the idea of made it the official Nebraska Veterans Day Parade. So I think it's the largest one we have.
Well, it makes sense considering it's in Bellevue. There's a lot of special connections to veterans in Bellevue. You want to kind of start running through those?
Oh, you know, you think about it, and at the parade, I think we've got over 90 participants or 90 registrants, well over 90, but you're going to have a lot of from the different wings, whether from the Weather Wing or the 55th Wing, Stratcom, and they all march in this parade. You have veteran groups that march in this parade, so we've got a great lineup of people that come out and show support, not only in the parade, but surrounding the area too. So.
Well, speaking of the lineup, the Grand Marshal, who is it this year?
Holtz, and he's a Tuskegee Airman. We thought we'd get him here today,
no
but he's, I think he's
and
the last Tuskegee.
Right here,
yes.
right?
Yep.
Okay, it did say on the website he's the last one.
What's his story?
You know, I think there was a history sheet I sent you, and it's but from the Tuskegee. He was an original. I think he was an Omaha native to start with, and then went into the Tuskegee to from the air side of that. But longtime Bellevue resident, came back to Bellevue. He's living in Richmond right now, Richmond Village, and I think he's 93. And still kicking, so pretty active.
That's great. How many? That's the thing about Bellevue. Well, the whole metro area in general, with the base at Offutt, and how many people settle here after they're done with their service? I mean, how many veterans do we have in this area? You
know, and I think when you think of like the metropolitan area, so you've got like on a 150-mile range, they've got well over 10,000 to 15,000 veterans that are just within our reach that have retired and stayed here. And anytime you meet with somebody at Offutt, they always talk about when they get here, they love the community, and a lot of them gravitate back. We saw, General Bacon, when he retired, he came back. Of course, is now a congressman, but it's amazing how many people head back to the Midwest that didn't have roots here. So we've got a large contingency of veterans in our community.
Now, how many people on average usually come out to this parade, and how many participants do you have in the parade?
With over 90, so you figure there's probably a couple thousand people in the parade, whether it's from active duty people marching to civilians that have entered in and sponsored the parade. But the streets will literally line with people that'll come in, and they come in from all over. So there'll be thousands on the sidelines there that are there to watch and participate in the parades.
I haven't seen the forecast yet, but no matter what the weather is like, people show up for this event. Should we get to the parade route? Where does it wind through?
It really goes all the way down Mission. So it'll start where Galvin kind of connects into Mission, and it'll flow all the way down to Franklin Street. So you'll have all the side routes feed into it, but entire Mission Avenue will be where the parade goes to, and it'll turn on Franklin and end on Franklin.
Okay, you see that right on your screen, the route there this Saturday at 10 a.m. in Bellevue. What time should people get out there? I mean, if it starts at 10, there's going to be thousands out there, to reserve a spot.
I'd say they get there between 8 and 8:30.
Okay.
And a lot of the side streets, you'll have units that are staged in or to march in. So some of the parking is going to be a block off. So it's finding those side street parking spots that are available, and then bring your lawn chairs. The Chamber of Commerce is pretty good about keeping the weather up, so we're in great weather.
That's
our one responsibility.
You guys work on that year-round, I know that. There's a lot of other activities going on throughout the day and throughout the morning. What do you have for people? It's not just the parade.
Well, afterwards, I think it's the VFW, they have a breakfast there that they're encouraging people, one of our local churches is sponsoring that. We have a dignitary parade earlier, dignitary breakfast earlier in the morning that our sponsors and some of the local dignitaries attend and prior to the parade. But I think we used to have the chili feed the night before, and that was last week, and it was kind of the Bellevue Public Safety Foundation put this on. But
live music as well?
No.
No live music this year.
There's of course, you'll have, as you come to where the grandstand is, you'll have, everybody will announce who's in that parade. So down around the grandstands, you'll get to hear about everybody that's in the parade, whether it's an active duty marching unit or prior. I think you have some really interesting things there.
Now, as a member of the Chamber, what do you look most forward to with this event? Why do you like this in Bellevue?
This is, you think about Mission as one of our avenue of flags too. So the street is lined with all of the U.S. flags, which is kind of, when you look at that and the big flag that's out there over our parade ground or our marching ground, and it's just a whole support for the community to come out for our veterans. It's really neat to see. We see it all year round, but others that come into our community get to see this, just how many people really kind of embrace the military, both past and present.
Right.
So that's a fun part of time, or a great time of year for us.
Yeah, for sure. And it's a Veterans Day parade, and a lot of people show up for this. What was the estimate, the number of people you think show up for this?
You know, we usually see 5,000 to 6,000 at least, and that's probably at minimum. You know, so if the weather's great, it usually swells even bigger than that. So
what is the weather saying for Saturday?
it's saying,
No,
it's
I'm
supposed to be in
sure
the
you're
50s,
looking.
and I think it's going to rain later in the day. So
Yeah, I
early
guess-
morning is supposed to be good. So
But again, the chamber has that under control.
yes, we do.
We've got our own
master
weather team
switch.
here at the station. We're asking Jim what the weather's going
I-
to be.
well, I-
No,
What's
no,
Jim,
man,
what's
you
the
guys
weather
to help
gonna
us
be?
here.
Well, let's get to the information because, like you said, it goes right down Mission. It's Saturday at 10 o'clock, right there in the heart of Bellevue, Mission Ave, Jackson Street to Franklin Street. And the website that you can go to, I don't know, do you have the map on the website at all? It's just basically BellevueNebraska.com is a website you can go to.
Yes, it's pretty easy. I mean, and I think we may have the parade route up there later today.
Okay,
But
great.
it's, I mean, if you know where Mission is,
Yeah,
where the old
right
bridge
down.
is, it's pretty
Yeah.
easy to find that.
Right down the heart.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully the weather's good.
That'll be
Cross our
fine.
fingers.
Come on down.
It'll be fine, Mike says.
Be a great day.
Jim,
It
thanks
will
so
be. We'll
much.
trust
Thank
it. So,
you.
Thank you.
Thanks for celebrating all the veterans
Yes.
out there. Guests in the Morning Blend.